Hi guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is Indy Fanatics, your home for IndyCar content with weekly podcasts and feature videos. Welcome back to the IndyCar Podcast and to another race preview. You've had a week off. I know it was tough, guys. I know it was tough. It was a real struggle out there, but, okay, we've got a race this weekend. It's the month of May. We're at Indianapolis, but it's not Indy 500 just yet, or qualifying. Chill.
Chill.
It is the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. You excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it. It was actually a great race last week. Last season. I know sometimes races there haven't been the best, but last year was great.
They were great races, especially the Harvest GPs at the back end of the year. And I'm surprised you're looking forward to it because you're not a Team Penske fan or a big... Oh, well, I suppose you like Will Power.
I'm Team Penske.
Yeah,
I'm Team Penske. Chevy.
Team Chevy.
Anything with a Chevy engine I can get behind.
Okay, yeah, or power behind. Absolutely.
Power behind.
With a motor. But that leads us on nicely to the start of our preview, which of course is giving you some stats on facts about the circuit. So, as you ruffle around, get on the phone. Here we go. The first Grand Prix of Indianapolis was held in 2014 and was won by Simon Pagenaud for Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports. And you know that thing I didn't do last time where I said Penske had won a high percentage of races at the track? Well, it's back today, as Penske have won 77.77% of races at the track. In simple terms, they've won every race apart from 2 at the track, with Scott Dixon winning last year and, like said, Simon Pagenaud for Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports in the first year. The most successful driver at the track is Will Power, with 4 wins. Last year's Harvest GP doubleheader was a nod to a unique event in the history of the sport, to the Harvest Auto Racing Classic, which was held in 1916 and included a 20-mile race, a 50-mile race, and the main event, a 100-mile race, which contributed to the American Open Wheel Championship of that year, obviously under the administration of the American Automobile Association. Between 1911 and 1993, this was the only time a race other than the Indy 500 was held at the Speedway.
Ooh.
Fun fact for you all. But we look ahead to this weekend's action. Penske haven't won a race this season so far.
4 races.
Which is a surprise. But I suppose it happened last year in 2020 as well.
Yeah.
Because it was all Ganassi for the first 4 races. Surely they've got to win this weekend.
Could you imagine 5 races, 5 different race winners?
I mean, Scott Dixon dominated. Oh, not dominated. It was him and Graham Rahal had a good fight in the first race of last year, and it was back on that doubleheader weekend with NASCAR, which will return this year because this is the first of 2 visits to the Grand Prix of Indianapolis or Indy GP road course circuit this year. And then both Harvest GPs was a great win from Joseph Newgarden, first time out, and
beaten off. Because it was Herter and Fike flying out the front.
Absolutely.
Fike got his first pole.
And Newgarden just worked his way through the field to work out on top. And then Will Power led from...
Dominated.
Yeah, basically pole to there. Herter was his biggest threat throughout the race, but just didn't quite have the tyres to get round Will Power. And like we previously said, meaning that was his 4th win at circuit. Will he get 5?
Oh.
He has probably looked the strong. I know Joseph Newgarden now goes, but consistently over, he's looked the strongest. He just had a bit of bad luck at Texas. But I would say he's probably looked the strongest Penske driver out the blocks this season.
Yeah. I think Newgarden's been a bit inconsistent. Not in terms of performance, but a few incidents. And Power's been solid. Yeah.
But I suppose... outside guys of the Penske roster, Scott Dixon you can't look past. Palou, again, returning to a road course. He's definitely going to be a threat up there, I think.
The 2 guys from last year, Herter and Fike.
Yep. Rossi, and I think Jack Harvey is also very strong at this. I think he's...
So many names you can throw in the hat.
Again, as we always get with previews, we go, he could do well, he could do well, he could do well. Roman Grosjean and obviously Jimmy Johnson are back in, so we can pick our best rookie of the race as well this week. But
you kind of think Penske's got to win.
I feel so.
5 races into a season, no Penske wins so far. It's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to happen at some point.
It is, which I think moves us on nicely to our podium predictions.
Okay.
Are you going to jump straight in there with them, or do you want me to go?
I'll jump straight in there. I'm going to go Will Power to lead. Joseph Newgarden to come second. And then Pato in P3. He had to make an appearance.
He had to.
He had to.
Surely. It was you. He had to make an appearance. Well, I'm going to agree with you. I think Pato Power is going to win the race. I do think Power is going to win the race. But Alexander Rossi, I'm gunning for you here, fella. Come on, Rossi. We need to jumpstart the season. You're going to get a P2. You're not going to quite get the race victory, but it's going to be a good, strong performance to go, you know what? 2021 starts here. And I'm strong at Indianapolis. I'm strong at the Indy 500. I'm going to technically start the month May off. Well, I know Texas was in May. We ignore that. I'm going to start the month of May starting at Indianapolis well with a P2 finish.
Whoa, that was a bit long-winded.
It was a very long-winded
for the guy finishing in P2.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to back Rinus VeeKay to get a P3.
Okay. We got P3 there last year.
He's solidly been going under the radar. Not under the radar, but he's been putting in some strong, steady performances so far this season. It's the race where, well, at the Harvest GP race 1, he secured his first ever pole position in IndyCar. He likes the road course here. I think this is going to be a really strong performance for VeeKay.
Is he going to be a star performer then?
Well, probably works out in that way. So yeah, star performer for me. Rinus VeeKay getting a podium.
Because if he gets the podium, there's a star performance. Because it's a guy that really shouldn't be there. Well, not in offence, but he hasn't been there first 4 races.
For how many Penske cars we've got there, he shouldn't be there.
So yeah, Rinus VeeKay. That's a good show. Obviously, he got a podium there last year, so kickstart his season with Ed Carpenter.
And remember, in the star performers, I'm leading 2-1. Stephen's currently getting pie and face at end of season, but it's early doors. It's early doors.
If I go behind, well, yeah, how many? Yeah, still got time. Okay, star performer. Channel the star performer. Channel. I know who it's going to be. You just got to give me a moment to get to that name. To get to that star performer name.
I feel like that's a break. I don't know what's happened there. Usually at that point, he says a said name. But there just looked a face of pain and anguish from Stephen.
Marcus Ericsson.
Okay.
Ericsson!
Kind of works. Go from there. And, well, you know, I think we always kind of underplay, and they're actually, especially Indy and out the blocks, great. Well, last time out at Texas, Graham Rahal was pretty strong. I think both Sato and Rahal will be up there challenging.
Yeah.
And they both potentially could...
I was tempted with Graham, but I'm backing Marcus.
Okay.
And I think Jack Harvey's already there. If Jack Harvey has a good race, I don't think that's like a star performer.
Because he's just there.
Yeah.
Just
I think he's at that
the
level
Indy
now.
road course, he's just there.
It's just there.
All right. Well, brilliant. So that means the last predictions we're going to make is rookie performer of the weekend. And I know Scott McLaughlin had a very strong journey at Texas, got P2, first Kiwi 1-2 in the kind of first race at Texas last time out. But I'm going to back Roman Grosjean. I feel like the Indy GP course is a circuit very similar to an F1 circuit. Obviously, F1 have driven on the road course before.
Yeah.
I feel like this is probably on the calendar one of the easiest tracks for Grosjean to transition his skills, and he should do the best here.
Yeah. Just to be on the alternative, I will back Scott McLaughlin.
Not Jimmy?
To
Still needs time.
I'm going to back Jimmy to finish within 2 laps of the race leader. Is that what you want me to say?
That's bullying.
Is that what you want me to say?
I would have said he would have finished on the lead lap. But 2 laps down, you're out of order.
Well, I think that's a bit realistic.
This man is a legend in motorsports.
He just needs time, though. He just needs time.
He does, honestly.
I'm backing Scott McLaughlin, high on confidence, strong showing in Texas, growing in confidence all the time with that Team Penske car. But I was going to say the number, but it's not on the top of my head. But yeah, I'm backing Scott.
Nice. Well, the Indy GP over the years have thrown up some mixed results. Let's hope that we get the races from 2020, especially the races from the 2020 Harvest GP, because there was some brilliant wheel-to-wheel action racing in those, and there were some tense moments in there. And can we, like you said, get a 5th different winner? We've both backed one to be, and we've both backed it to be a Team Penske guy in Will Power, but I could see any 3 of the 4 Team Penske guys winning. I don't think this will be the race that Scott McLaughlin will get his first race win, but Newgarden, Pagenaud, and Will Power have all won there in the past. Expect a Penske win. And so the fact that we've gone so hard of this being a Penske win, expect a Penske win to be jinxed. Yep. Sorry, Team Penske fans.
Sorry, Penske. They're going to all crash out or something like that.
Could you imagine? But, this is really... It's just a little taster. We're at Indianapolis. That's nice. That's nice. But we know what's coming. We know the big one is coming, the Indy 500. And obviously on Friday, we'll be going through the Indy 500 entry list for all those people who need a clear list of people gone from there. And we'll give a little bit of details of how people previously performed at the circuit as well. Well, that's the feature video for this week on Friday, with our feature videos all focusing on the Indy 500 in the month of May. I've done a lot of talking. Stephen, if they're new around here or haven't done so already, what can they do?
They can like, subscribe, and ding that bell.
Ding it! So for now, you Indy fans, keep racing!